All right, welcome into the Five Reasons YouTube channel and Prize Picks on Five. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick and the Five Reasons Sports. Got David Eversole up top. You can follow him with David W. Eversole. We got Taco About Sports, David Friedman. In the middle square, we are the Brady Bunch. Make sure you use the code 5, F-I-V-E. Get that initial deposit matched up to $100. That's right. You get $100 free to play. Prize Picks is almost certainly legal in your state because it's legal in most states. Download it from the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, or prizepicks.com. But again, use that code 5, F-I-V-E. Get that initial deposit matched up to $100. All right, let's get to it. We've got a Thursday night game here, and we've got the Eagles and the Vikings. Vikings with a disappointing season opener. And to be honest, the Eagles had kind of a disappointing season opener. They won. They beat the Patriots, but they were not impressive doing so. Let's start on the Phillies side here, Eversole. What do you like?
I'm going to kind of keep it simple, if you will, with the special teams. I think Philly's offense will be able to move, and what promises to be a pretty high-scoring game. I'm going to take Elliott, the kicker for Philly, over 1.5 field goals would be my top pick for Philly. I know it's not a sexy pick, but I feel pretty confident.
All right, so there you go. Elliott over 1.5 field goals. That is typically the prop that they put up for kickers is 1.5 field goals. Freeman, what do you like? Muted. Still muted. All right. Well, all right. Here's what I like as Freeman tries to get on here. I like the I like the Devontae Smith pick. I'm gonna go over on his receptions, 5.5 receptions, become a favorite target of Jalen Hurts, and I think that he's gonna eat against this Minnesota secondary. Minnesota won a lot of close games last year, but they were not particularly impressive in winning the majority of those games, and their defense just got eaten up as the season went on. So I'm going to go with Devontae Smith. You can see he's typically over that number, 5.5 receptions, and I believe he'll go over it again. I think we still do not have Friedman, so I will pitch back here to Eversole on this, but I'll just mention one thing. They have all these mixed props on here, and I really like, again, Devontae Smith. I'm going to throw him in there, but with Justin Jefferson. It's a high number, 163 receiving yards. Makes you a little bit antsy, but Justin Jefferson's the guy who can get 163 by himself in a half. So, and I also expect the Vikings to be trailing in this game, and so he's going to get an even larger load as it goes on. So I'm going to go over on those props. Freeman, do we have the mic fixed?
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what do you like on the Philadelphia side?
DeAndre Swift. Maybe that was a sign not to take this pick. I don't know, but DeAndre Swift over the combo rushing and reception yards, 54.5. No Gainwell. I mean, I don't understand how it's so low, but maybe I'll be proven wrong.
Yeah, and again, they reshaped their backfield. No Miles Sanders anymore. Going to rely a lot more on Swift. I like that number as well. Eversole, anything on the Minnesota side before we finish with Friedman there?
Yeah, Friedman and I were talking about before we started. TJ Hawkinson, big target share since he joined the Vikings the middle of last season, over 5.5 receptions in his last 5 games dating back to last year, 49 targets and 39 receptions in 5 games.
Wow.
So he's a favorite of Kirk Cousins. I think Friedman likes him as well in a couple of these plays. But with Justin Jefferson kind of stretching that secondary, I think there's going to be room for TJ to roam over the middle, especially if Cousins is in trouble and needs to get something out of the pocket quickly. I think Hawkinson's going to see a lot of action, 8-9 targets at the minimum.
Yeah, it seems about right. Freeman, anything else on that side?
Well, my Minnesota pick is Cousins over 38.5 passing attempts, and it's kind of because of that. So, yes, I like Hawkinson on the targets, receptions, whatever, but this isn't a Justin Jefferson gets a bunch of 50-yard receptions. This is like a bunch of shorter passes to other guys. So, I like Hawkinson, but I'll go Cousins over the pass attempts.
All right, so we are expecting kind of a shootout tonight to a certain degree between these teams, some elevated numbers. Make sure you're using that code 5, F-I-V-E. Also, look for the special props that go up there. The taco is much more that they put up on PrizePicks leading into the Sunday games. We'll have another episode leading into those Sunday games. Probably likely do it either Saturday or Sunday, and give you a sense of who we like there. But the major ones here: Devontae Smith over is a favorite of mine. Justin Jefferson, I think it's safe to play him over. Freeman likes Cousins over with the attempts, and Hawkinson, favorite of both of you guys, which means I might have to throw it in my props now as well. Over 6.5 receptions. Use that code 5. Have a good night, everybody.